he would spit up stuff, but then he spit up stuff out of the car. He bring it in, so it was very fun. I did that in the car, but they told me.
30 seconds.
Thank you.
That's the project manager over there. They'll do that for spiritual people.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Reverend Dr. Lewis Gates, and on behalf of the co-pastors and the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome you here to Colby Memorial Temple for our Sunday service. To begin our service, Shannon Hawkins will light 3 lights symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Please rise for our opening prayer and remain standing for our first hymn. Our first hymn will be on page 140, East Lake River. Could I have an attitude of prayer? Infinite Spirit, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. That the energy that you've brought into this church, into this space, that it will uplift and encourage every space, every corner of this organization, and allow that energy to come back to you to encourage and bless and heal and work with your energy field and bring you back to balance. And this we ask. Amen. And I'll be leading the singing today, so be patient. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Please be seated. Located on the handout and the front cover of your hymnals are Declaration of Principles. Please join with me in reciting these principles. We believe in an infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that the communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm that the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. Our healing prayer is located in the back of your hymnal. Please recite with me the prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. Now, for those of you that wish to receive spiritual healing, please take a seat along the wall and go to the next available healer. While the healers work, the rest of us will join in a guided meditation led by me. What I'd like you to do is just close your eyes. I'd like you to breathe. Just allow that energy within this space. Allow the vibration that radiates through the space. Allow your vibration to pick up the energy from years and years of people being present in this building. Allowing it to radiate through your feet. As you sit here in this church, allow the vibration to radiate where you sit. Allowing it to move through your toes, through your ankles, allowing that vibration to move through your legs and into the base of your spine, bringing forth energy from Mother Earth, bringing forth the energy of love, light. As you visualize red, the base of your spine, allowing that to radiate through your dual being. As you breathe, allow yourself to breathe that color into existence around you. Let it move through your vibration. Let it heal. Let it uplift. Let it encourage. And as you allow that vibration to move higher, as it moves into the other part, allowing to see a beautiful orange, allowing that energy to mix with the red from the base of your spine, allowing that to encircle your being, allowing the energy of Mother Earth to balance, to uplift, and to encourage, allowing the light within your being start to glide and move through the vibration of spirit. As you move this healing energy up to the next chakra, the next vibration, the power center within your body, I want you to see yellow. I want you to allow that to encircle and mix with the orange and the red, allowing it to move together in synchronicity, allowing that light to encourage your being. Then allow all of that energy to move into your heart chakra, allowing all of that energy to bless your heart, allowing that energy to move the beautiful color of green, mixing with all of the other energies, allowing that connection, that grounded connection to Mother Earth, to be within your being. Now, as you sit here for a moment, I want you to allow the energy from the universe to move down through your crown chakra, move to the top of your head, down into your body. Sing these lights of crystal as they bless you and they work with you. As it moves within your third eye, and that clear seeing the vibration of spirit, I want you to feel the indigo blue of that chakra. And as it enlightens you, as it uplifts your energy, allow it to move down into your throat. Allowing all the energy to move with your voice. Allowing your voice to be heard in the four corners of the spirit world. Allowing that inner voice, that spiritual voice to be heard. And as you allow it to move down into your heart, to mix with Mother Earth, I want the energy to feel your heart encouraged, your body to be healed, your connection to spirit to be solidified within the vibration. And as you feel all of the colors mixing together, circling your body with your guides, allowing your higher self feel a presence of guides and loved ones, allowing your body to feel the light that is within you. Right now, every one of you is a beacon of light, shining off into the spirit world. Clinging and moving to every corner, lighting every inch of the way. Even though most of you could be on your own path, your own journey, we can see your light. We can see the essence of who you are. And as you breathe this energy in, not only from you, but from others in this room, allowing you to mix all of the energies into one solidified force, allowing it to move from this temple, move from this vibration, allowing it to be where it needs to be. Trust that others have seen the light within you. That light that you were born with. As you transposed here from the spirit world and you arrived here, the light was bright. People there in the spirit world saw you. They knew that you had arrived. But as you've gotten older, the light is not as bright as it should be with your health and your being. So allow yourself to energize the vibration within you. Ask yourself, your guides, for health, for balance. Ask for the love from every guide, every family member, every person that you have ever known. You're asking their higher self to send you energy, allowing yourself to accept it. Accept that balance of light within you. And as you move further into your higher self, you will find your true presence, your true purpose, and the love that has been shared with you through lifetimes, through incarnations, through the love of your guides. But love yourself first, my child. Love yourself and understand that you are loved. You are loved and blessed within your life. And as you see yourself coming back here, don't allow the energy to dissipate within your being. Store it someplace in your vibration so that when you need it, in those days that come ahead of you, you'll be able to pull it out. Light the way. Walk in the direction of your true purpose. And as you sit here and take another breath of the vibration, allow yourself to feel your body, your feet. And when you're ready, open your eyes. If you have received a healing resulting in correction or improvement today, please complete the yellow card in your hymnal or give it to the pastor at the back of the temple, or mail the card to us. And there's one at the back of the healing table back here in this corner where the healing book is. We'd like you to thank our healers for sharing their gift of healing. Should be Jackie Arnold, Cynthia Preston, Deborah Jordan, Daryl McDermott, Sheldon Ganberg, and Deborah Ganberg. I think I got the names all right. If I didn't, they're going by aliases in the back. I don't know what they are. Please stand for our next hymn. It's on page 9. I'd love to tell a story. Love to tell the story of unseen things above, of angels and the glory, of angels and the love. I love to tell the story because I know it's true. It satisfies my longing as nothing else can do. I love to tell the story, to be my theme in glory, to tell the old story of angels and their love. I love to tell the story, more wonderful it seems than all the golden fancies of all the golden dreams. I love to tell the story, it did so much for me, and that is just the reason I tell it all to thee. I love to tell the story, tell me my theme in glory, to tell the old story of angels and their love. I love to tell the story for those who knew it best, hungering and thirsting to hear it like a rest. And with the scenes of glory, I sing a new song. will be the old story I have loved so long. I love to tell the story, will be my theme and glory, to tell the old story of angels and their love. Please be seated. I get to announce our guest speaker today. I've known Jeremy McDonald for quite some time. We've been on cruises together. He's a teacher, instructor, a life coach. He does a lot of things in his life. So without further ado, I don't we go through all his stuff, but then we'd be here for a while. So I'd like to bring up Jeremy McDonald.
Good morning, Casadega. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Lots of energy here. I always say Casadega is my vacation, because I come here and there's no TV, there's no distractions, and you just get to meditate, right? So Dr. Gates and I were just walking back from Davis Hall, and we were talking about how I prepare to speak. And one of the things is usually about 2 or 3 days beforehand, Spirit starts talking to me and starts saying, well, think about this. And then literally recently, well, on Thursday, a book just fell off of my table onto the ground. And it's a book I've been studying that I use in my healing practice called The Metaphysical Anatomy. And it really just started to go into the ideas of the electromagnetic field that is surrounded around us. Everybody know what I'm talking about with the electromagnetic field? Well, the interesting thing about the electromagnetic field is science has measured this field that literally when you're in that love state is large and enormous. But when you're in a fear state, it starts to collapse in on itself. It's almost like you're energetically this child, this light in the corner where it's scared. And so what it does is when you're in a love state, you're very empowered. You're very powerful in your state of beingness and here in this present moment. But when you're in a fear state, you're either very much in the past or you're very much in the future and you're concerned about all the what ifs. Everybody relate to this? Okay, so right now on social media, the big fear is in a couple days, right? We know what I'm talking about, the eclipse. So what I would like to do is just for a second, everybody just place their hand on their heart. And I want you to just feel peace. And I want you to feel that word of peace, just literally just vibrate out all the way in your body and out from your body. And then I want you to feel the word love. And I want you to feel the word harmony. And then the word truth. And take a deep breath in and let it all out. And so it shall be. Everybody feel that? So anytime you go into that fear state, I don't care what it is, your checkbook is getting a little bit low, there's a bill that comes in that's a little bigger than it used to be, and that's been a practice over the past couple of years, am I correct? Gas prices are a little higher than they should be. Eggs are $9. Blew my mind away. Considering my grandma used to trade all of her vegetables for eggs for free, but $9. But this literally, each one of these circumstances is an opportunity for you to stop and say truth, love, peace. Another word, abundance, prosperity. Because what that does is instead of you going into a fear state, it automatically and very simply takes your electromagnetic field and starts expanding. Did everybody feel that expansion when you were saying those words? You were taking your power back in that moment of fear. So I was raised in a church, a very strict Christian church. There was a branch off from the Seventh-day Adventists. And I was raised in a church that was very, very much about fear, that there was an end time, that everybody was going to die except for 144,000 people. So I was raised with this pressure of fear of my electromagnetic field collapsing in on itself. So I used to question the minister all the time. Well, if that's true, then why is this happening? And, a 7-year-old generally doesn't ask these questions. And I was told that children should be seen and what? Not heard. That didn't really work for my mother too much. It was my grandmother that thought I should have been seen and not heard. But the reason why I bring that story up is much like each one of you, I question everything. I wanted to understand why God was there. I wanted to understand why things happened, that people got instantly better within medical science couldn't explain it. I wanted to know. So I started studying quantum physics and spiritualism and metaphysics and everything I could get my hand on, Buddhism, Christianity, everything that I could get my hand on, because I was what? Curious. Much like you, because when you're curious, that is the inspiration within you that is childlike. And it says in the Bible, the one that inherits the kingdom of heaven is what? Childlike. That it steps into that childlike state so that we can be empowered. And the more curious you are, and the more excited and the more inspired you are, that electromagnetic field gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I wanted to understand why in Louise Hay's books that she talks about different things about the different diagnoses. So I used to go deeper in because the little statements in there were great, but I wanted to know more. And so I continued to study acupuncture and Qigong and stuff like that because I wanted to know. So my message to you today is to allow yourself to be empowered, and through your inspiration, you use that to motivate you in your spiritual life, to be curious, to continue to be inspired. And that's how we're going to change this world. Our social media, our news, and everything is geared towards us doing this, pointing fingers and wondering why these people are doing these things and why they're not compassionate like us. But if there is one finger pointing out in judgment, what do we got pointing back at us? 3. This is also a magic wand. Does everybody know that? As you point intentions out, it is pointing away from your Garden of Eden, right here. You're casting yourself out of your own Garden of Eden. And guess what? Something else is in there, nobody's in there pruning the garden and pulling out the weeds and everything like that. All the flowers are being overcome with all the weeds and everything. Instead of you practicing, as Dr. Gates was saying this morning, you have to practice at being a medium every single day. So you have to practice spiritualism in your spiritual life every single day. And the blessing, Charles Fillmore said that spirituality and spiritual growth is a lifelong process. So I have clients sitting in front of me and they'll say to me, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, stop shooting on your life. And there's a reason for that. Take that moment where you judged yourself and stop and say, why did I do that? Because through your being curious of why you do it is how you're going to grow. The first step in emotional intelligence is self-awareness, not self-criticism. So what ends up happening in spirituality, and a lot of people get really upset, is that when we start looking at different things, people start saying, you're just judging me. And I'm like, no, I'm curious of why you think that. I want to understand, because we're all what? Mirrors of each other. So if you're judging yourself, there's chances are there's somewhere in me, I'm judging myself, because as Socrates said, likes attract what? Like. So if you're sitting in front of me as a client, chances are there's a lesson in there for me. Does that make sense? For the mediums and healers in the room, do you guys find that you work on people, that you're having that same lesson or that same work thing you have to work on yourself? Of course, embrace that, because as we know, we are the channel or the vessel for the energy to come through us. And because we're the channel and the vessel for energy to come through us, we get to be healed too. Isn't that great? Everybody understand that part? I never understood that until my mother was a very gifted healer. And she said to me, the coolest thing, Jared, is I never get tired when I'm healing. Yes, at the end of the day, I've worked and I've had a lot of energy going through me and I need to rest. I need to honor my temple and my body. But the truth is all the healing that I'm giving other people, I'm getting back too. And it's because the universe is what? What I put out there comes back tenfold. Am I correct? But here's the science behind it. And this is what's really fascinating. And I was talking about this at my workshop yesterday. In the brain, there is what is called the reptilian brain, and then there is the Olympian brain. The Olympian brain is what they in science call the limbic brain. The reptilian brain is the gatekeeper. It is the part of your brain that says, no, that can't be possible. It's the doubter. And so you have to get past that part of your brain because that brain is based on instinct. Basically, what it is instinct comes from past trauma and things in your life where you're thinking too far in the future or too far in the past and not in the now of the moment. The Olympian brain or the limbic brain, why it's so cool is that if you were to walk up to somebody at the end of church, and I challenge you to do so, and give somebody a hug, your limbic brain doesn't know that you're hugging somebody else. It only knows it feels love inside itself. That's all it knows. So here's the other cool part. Everybody knows what intrinsic thoughts are, or that self-criticism, self-doubt. That is programs that you've seen from all your trauma, from generational, DNA, past lives, all that kind of stuff in your system and in your energy. So all those programs where you're sitting there and saying, well, I can't do that. Well, I'm not sure about that because you haven't been practicing it, or life hasn't been happening in that order, or whatever you've got going on in your energy. With the limbic brain, when you said peace, truth, and love inside, it doesn't know that you're sending energy out to other people. All it knows is it's feeling love, peace, harmony, truth, abundance, and prosperity. Because what science has proved to us, quantum physics has proved to us, is that intention creates. And so in spirituality, we would say the divine masculine creates, pushes forward, and the divine feminine, when we let go and let who? God, right? It starts to create around. And in natural law, they call that the law of gestation in the Hermetic natural law. Well, what happens in a woman for 9 months when a baby is created? The masculine gives what? The seed to create. And then the divine feminine, what? Gestates for 9 months and unless it's a Polaroid and it pops out instantaneously, it has to spend 9 months creating a baby. Am I correct? So it takes both in unison and balance. That is the yin and the yang. But what ends up happening in our world is I just did a TikTok video the other day, and I said there is a war on being authentic in our world. Meaning, if somebody is out there expressing themselves fully, there's other people there to judge them and say, well, that's not true. And of course, there's people that are expressing their opinions that don't have the experience that you and I have, and they may not have all the answers. But do you guys remember when you were young and you didn't have all the answers? Well, do we all still have all the answers? No. But through expressing ourselves, through inspiration, as we do that, we get a chance to grow, because then the universe brings something in that teaches you something new. Whether it be to humble you, the universe has an ebb and flow, am I correct? So things go way up and you have very high energy, and then things crash down sometimes and we get humbled. So one of the things from my Christian upbringing is I always thought being humbled was a bad thing. I thought it was a negative thing, like how dare God make me come down to my knees? That's kind of the attitude I had inside of me. And then I realized being humbled is the most amazing, gracious, and empowering experience you will ever have. Because as you come down to your knees, you have to do what? Look up. And then you get to reach for the stars. And I learned that. I was at the Mayan ruins. Well, I've learned it through experience, but I was at the Mayan ruins at Chochaban in Mexico. And the stairs are literally where the people literally had to step up, but they had to kneel down in order to step because the steps were so high. The idea was to make them kneel down so they were humbled as they were moving up the steps. And there was a lady that was with us. It was during COVID in 2020, towards the end of COVID. And the Omicron variant had come out. And my cruise that I had put together went from 110 people down to 5 people because everybody was very scared of that variant that was coming out. Well, one of the ladies that was with me was 89 years old. And she said, I said, do you want, there's an easier way to get up over here if you wanted to. And I said, she says, no. I read about this place in National Geographic in 1971, and I've been wanting to come here all my life. I'm walking up those stairs. I was like, all right. I walked behind her far enough to where she didn't feel like I was trying to protect her. But that was a very humbling experience to watch this lady fulfill her dream. So what that told me, it was very humbling to me, is it doesn't matter what age you are, if there's inspiration in you, if there's something that is empowering you and you're able to do it, then you do it. You take that step forward, you move forward, and you try. And guess what? Sometimes you're going to get knocked down. My plans at the beginning of this year was I was supposed to be in Scotland over for the summer. And then my cousin called me up. Money wasn't coming in like it should to be able to afford that. But then my cousin called me up and said to me, Jer, I have pancreatic cancer. And I remember thinking, I was literally 2 days away from going up to Charlottesville for 2 months, Charlottesville, Virginia. And I was excited I was going to be living right next to Thomas Jefferson's house, and the Monroe Institute was going to be there. And I was like, this is going to be a really great time for me spiritually. But the real spiritual lesson wasn't about the Monroe Institute or Scotland or any not making enough money for a while. It was about sticking to my roots and being there for somebody that was the last person alive that was there when I was born. And if she would have, if I wouldn't have been here, I would have regretted it. Can you relate to that? So what I'm here to also tell you is that there is this huge, vast consciousness or universe or spirituality or God that's out there that knows better than us. And you're a part of that. I had a lady at an event last year. She told me, I was talking about the Archangel Michael, and she said to me, I hate to tell you this, the energy has changed. There is no spirit guides or Archangel Michael anymore. We just go, people that are evolved go straight to God. And I said, I hate to break it to you, but we're all one. So when you talk to the Archangel Michael, guess who else you're talking to? God. And she was like, and she walks away. And I was like, but we can look at her and judge her. But the truth is there was something in her that didn't feel worthy enough to express herself in a way that said, you know, what I've been feeling is that I just go straight to God. And I don't necessarily go through Archangel Michael. And I would have said, that's really cool that that's your experience. See the subtlety and the difference in the energy? So this is how we can start creating and changing our world, by being in flow with people, because language was broken up at this big tower in Babel. Anybody know what I'm talking about? So when God crashed down the Tower of Babel, he broke us up and we separated us with language, right? And so we all speak differently, but we're in unison in spirit, in the spirit of God, through inspiration. There is no separation. You just feel it. Everybody feel that? And that's your empowerment, my friends. To be in that moment, to feel the heart energy between all of us. So there is a lot going on in the world. I just want to end with just one final thing. Everybody put their hands on their heart again. And I want you to feel this world, everything, all aspects of it. I want you to just feel it, because you are that. And I want you to feel all that heart energy. And I want you to feel truth, peace, love, harmony. And I want you to see all the wars and the pain and the joy and the babies being born, every aspect of it. And I want you to feel peace, love, harmony, and joy. Take a deep breath in and breathe life into that. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Say it with me. And so it shall be. Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for that great lecture. During our musical interlude, we'll be passing the basket. We thank you in advance for your generosity. Our musical interlude will be I'll Fly Away. Should I sing that? Fly away, oh Gloria, fly away. Fly away. Glory, fly away. By and by, fly away. Yay. We've had an attitude of prayer at the moment. Infinite Spirit, we want to thank each and every one here for your generosity today, for this organization, for this church, that the love that you shared today, that you gave today, will increase your vibration tenfold, allow you to experience the blessings of God. And so we ask, amen. Now comes the best part of the service, is the announcements. Next Wednesday, April 10th, our message bearers are our students night. So our students will be up here, so come out and support them here in our message service. All are welcome. Next Sunday, April 14th, our guest speaker at the 10:30 service is Darlene McCormick. And next Sunday, April 14th, our licensed speaker is the Reverend Steve Atkins. He's over there. He's here. Next Saturday, April 13th, we have 2 workshops. Crystal Healing with Reverend Philip DeLon from 10 to 1 p.m. in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building. And we have Healing Hearts with Your Angels with Reverend Judy Weaver from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building. And we have 2 Views message service with Lori Carter and her daughter Sydney from 5 to 6:30 in the same building. So you don't have to go far to walk. Next Sunday, April 14th, Meet Your Spiritual Teacher Workshop with Reverend Philip Long, 2 to 4. And please see our April events calendar. For more details, there's some in the back. There should be in your hymnals, I think. So pick those up. Participate in absentee healing. Please print the name, first initial, the last name of a loved one, a friend, or even a pet, our healing book at the back corner of the church. Every Thursday morning, we have our healing meditation circle from 11 in the at 11 o'clock in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building, where all the names in the healing list are held in prayer. All are welcome to attend that service. Flyers for camp events are in the back of the temple. I don't think they're in the back of the temple. They are back there. We have an activities calendar in the church bulletin in your hymnal. Let's show context. There we are. Following the prompts. Please stand for our next hymn, 171, Under the Guidance of Angels. Under the guidance of angels, I am progressing today. All of the path with his failures were stepping stones on my way. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning to light like a sunflower, evening will find me at home. Farewell to creatures of the eye, those must be dogmas I dread. Hail to the truth of the soul flame, let us arise from the dead. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning for light like a sunflower, evening will find me at home. Now with this new risen light, filled and refilled from above, all of my innermost being tingles with hope and with love. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like a sunflower, evening will find me at home. Death and the grace and the gateway, leading to home times long gone. When earth's struggle is over, angels will carry me home. Under the guidance of angels, victory is sure to come. Turning toward light like a sunflower, evening will find me at home. Please be seated. Now for the message part of our service, the message bearer will be me. So kind of look and see what you put on today. I will kind of point, I will kind of look at you. So don't look all around everybody else in green or blue, or it's you. Just kind of acknowledge that I'm coming to you, acknowledge that I'm come to your vibration. First of all, I'd like to go to you, dear. You know, the first thing, your vibration, I felt a woman spirit with you, and I felt a very precise woman. She was right to the point with people. She didn't hold back, she says. She didn't like holding back. She said it like it was, and she didn't care. You have moments in your life, dear, you're a lot like that. You just let it go. Say what you mean, dear. Do what you want to do in your life. You're very focused right now. I feel there are situations going on in your life right now that I feel I have had to become very focused, very precise, very focused on looking at things, dear. And Spirit keeps telling you everything's going to be all right, dear. Everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be all right. So they're fundamentally working with you. And I sense you sense them. I don't feel like you see them or sense them all the time, but they're with you and you know they're there and they're helping you. And this lady's she's got your back. She's very adamant. She's got your back there. So a lot of movement, a lot of changes within your life, but a lot of things moving you down the path in a very extremely powerful way. So allow yourself to do that there, because I feel like they want to get you to where you need to be. If you just allow them, they'll get you there. And I leave that with God's blessings. I'm gonna come to the young man over here. You know, when I'm near vibration, you have a gentleman in spirit with you. He's not elderly, he's not really old, but I do feel like his passing would have been very unexpected when he passed his spirit. And he stepped in very close and around the vibration with you and just sat next to you, just sat near you. I feel there are choices within your life here within the next year that you will be making that will solidify a lot of things within your life. I do feel like right now you're there's a lot of stuff, like I feel like I'm standing in a cupboard and there's all this stuff on the shelf. I'm trying to pick what I would like to have from the shelf. Spirit says, take your time, no rushing here. There's no sense to rush. Take your time and pick the right things for you. I feel like if you rush, you might miss the whole picture, the whole vibration with this. There's an elderly woman with you, but I feel like she had trouble walking at the end of her life. She had trouble getting around, she says. And she stepped up here very close to you and puts her hands on your shoulder. A lot of love from Spirit with you, sir. A lot of love, a lot of connections to you. And Spirit loves you. And I leave that with God's blessings. I'm going to go all the way back to Steve. You know, the first thing, Steve, with your vibration, I felt the woman in spirit with you. And I feel like she put up with a lot in her life, she says. She keeps saying, I raised my kids and I did the best. And I feel she did her best. She did her best and she did her best. The gentleman in spirit, he's kind of out there. I feel like he would have probably stood outside. He probably wouldn't have come in here. He probably wouldn't have been in this church. He probably would not have been here, he says. But he understands it. He understands it now. And I feel like his upbringing, his situations in his life probably would have kept him outside this church most of his life. He would have not have been here, But I feel like with you at this point, they're kind of going through some kind of paperwork with you. And I feel like it has more to do with teaching or something in that vibration for you. And I feel with some kind of healing. And I feel like you're going to be getting some kind of paperwork, some kind of connection that you've been looking for. And I feel like it's going to be placed right in front of you. It's information you've been looking for. And I feel like someone or something's going to bring it and you're going to look at it and say, that's exactly what I was looking for. And I feel like it's from some old book or some kind of old vibration. It's not how they do healing now. It's like something that like they did healing back in the late 1800s, 1900s. I feel like there's some kind of tool that you're going to be using that was done many moons ago, Spirit keeps saying, a long time ago. But I feel you're going to bring it back into today, to what it should be today. And I feel like Spirit's been working with you with that vibration with you. Spirit's were also working on your health, working on you. There's a gentleman in spirit with you, but I feel like you would have known him. I feel more of a brother or something in that vibration. You would have treated him like a brother. You would have had some kind of brotherly connection with this individual, and he's working with you. So he isn't as powerful as you are, but he can send the energy, he says. And he's very much working with you. So a lot of connection here with spirit, a lot of connection with getting you to where you need to be. And I feel there's still a road to climb. Still a road to climb. We haven't got there yet. Spirit says, don't stop now and rest on your laurels. It's time to keep moving up the hill. I leave that with God's blessings. I'm going to go. I'm going John for a while. I'll go to you, John. You know, the first thing yourself vibration, John, I felt your wife with you. I felt her standing and right with you. And I said, you sense her a lot with you. You sense her with you a lot, and she's been around you. I feel like when she got mad, she'd talk in Spanish or something. I do. I feel like she'd talk in a different language so you couldn't understand her. That's what I feel. I feel it with the clean language too. It was clean. But she would talk. And I feel like she's working with you. And I feel there are options coming in your life as far as health, balance situations within your life. Options are coming in spirit telling you, look at the options before you make decisions in your life. Because I feel like you are at a threshold. Go left, go right. It's still going to be up to your vibration to do that. Spirit keeps talking about. Because I feel like you're an extremely powerful medium if you wanted to be that way, John. I feel like you have the gifts, you have the talent within your vibration in your being to use it for yourself. I keep saying, use it for infinite good, sir. So I feel like you have the knowledge, either through her or through other people, you have the knowledge to use to get yourself to where you need to be. You already have it within you. Just have to ask your guides. Have a discussion with them. Have a little discussion with your guides, John. Because she's there with you. She hasn't left you. She hasn't gone that far, she says. That she's with you. She's constantly with you. Your parents, they keep saying they're hoarding on the other side. So I guess there's hoarding on the other side. I don't know. So they got stuff on the other side. So the question with you is, I feel like you are still dealing with stuff that they left behind when they left this earth planet. So you're still dealing with stuff. You still have stuff, the situation. So the question with Spirit says, let it be, ask your guides, and they will lead you to where you need to be. I'll ask this, who's here for the first time? Really wants to be scared to death. I'll go to the gentleman in the green shirt. You know, the first thing, your vibration, you should do some very spiritual work. Whether you're connected to some kind of spiritual connection in your life, but you should work on that. You should connect to that vibration. I could go through your life. There's a lot of things that have happened in your life, a lot of things that most people would have said, whew. You could personally tell some stories about what's happened in your life, what went on around you. There's been a woman in spirit with you, and she said, I tried to be as good as I could have been. She said, but I was who I was, and there's nothing I can apologize for that. I don't feel that spirit apologizes to people because they run our lives to get us to where we needed to be. And I feel like she was placed in your life to get you to where you needed to be. She can't apologize for that, she says. She can't. But she's around you a lot in your vibration, trying to move you forward. I feel like you're not stopped right now, but I feel like you will be moving shortly. And I feel that's within the next 3 to 4 months. And I feel like Spirit's pushing you. It's like you got your fingers entangled in the door. You don't want to go just yet, don't want to move just yet, but Spirit's trying to move you. And I feel it has something to do with career, choice, situation in your life. I feel they're doing things to your vibration that get you to where you personally need to be. You trust yourself. You have that connection to know exactly what you want. You're not stubborn, you're just intent. Tell people that I'm not stubborn, I'm just intent to get myself to where I need to be. And I leave that with God's blessing. I'll go to the lady in white down the end. I'll go to you, dear. You know, the first thing, your vibration, I felt a gentleman in spirit with you, but I feel like his passing would have been unexpected when he passed to spirit. He's been sitting here giving you stuff, giving you flowers. So I feel like something has passed that he's celebrating. He's celebrating with you, he says. And he's been sitting in your vibration with your auric field, helping you and encouraging you. I feel there's been some tribulation in the last few years for you, and I feel like I've been kind of climbing and moving, like I step out twice and I have to back up once. So I'm making progress, but not as much progress as I want. But I feel the timing is just about right for you to move forward and get yourself to where you need to be. Trust yourself. You're making the right decisions. You doubt yourself quite a bit, Spirit says, and you kind of question it too much. You just allow it to be. Allow it to be and let God. So, and I feel right now, just let it be. Because I feel like with you, dear, relationships are more of a life lesson for you, dear. You have to be the adult. So you should tell the person in your life, whoever's in your life, that you're the adult. If they can't understand that, they should not be here. You need to be the adult, dear. You. Not like you want to be the designated driver, but you just got picked. And I leave that with God's blessings. I think that's it. We would like to remind everyone that we will have our afternoon message service from 12 to 12:30 right here in Colby Temple. A group of mediums and student mediums will be giving spirit readings to as many people as they can during the message service. Everyone is welcome. We encourage you to visit our bookstore today, which is open from 11:30 to 5 today and open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6. No, 10 till 6. I was giving an hour break before you got here. 10 to 6. Please rise for our hymn. It's on 203. Let there be peace on earth. I remain standing for the closing prayer. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, children are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let this be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Infinite Spirit, thank you so much for allowing us to gather today, to share our energy, to share our love, and our inspiration as we sat here in this temple today, that our love will be felt through others, through the universe, and through the earth plane, that we are loved, we are blessed, and we are encouraged. As we say, amen. You all have a wonderful week, enjoyable week. And if you don't blame it on me.